So let's take a closer look at how the proposed U.S. tariffs will affect both big and small business as CBC's Mark Carcasole joins me in the studio. So what is the immediate impact on small business?
Well, as soon as the tariffs came in, Andrew, it immediately became the uncertainty, just the back and forth. First off, leading up to it, the will they, won't they, and then they go into effect. How big will they be? How long will they be in effect? Uncertainty is a major thing for any business, but particularly small businesses because they have less money to work with and they're trying to budget things out. But even the counter tariffs announced today, set to take effect in a couple weeks, are going to have their own effect on small businesses. In a statement by the Canadian Federation of Independent Business, its president, Dan Kelly, writes, quote, "While we appreciate that the government is trying to move quickly, at first glance, it looks like small business owners are being served the usual alphabet soup of complicated programs. They will be challenging for small business owners to figure out, let alone use." The statement goes on to say, "What we're looking for is one simple program for small businesses that removes as much of the burden of tariffs as possible, ideally delivered by the CRA. Instead, we have a patchwork of agencies and programs that no small business has ever heard of before, largely delivering loans to businesses that will have no ability to pay them back." They say that the counter tariffs will have their own issues that small businesses will have to deal with. They're also urging the government to extend the suspension of the federal excise tax on gas and diesel, which expires on September 7th. In addition to this, before the tariffs came into effect, the CFIB did a survey of its various members. The results of that survey as follows: 40% of those surveyed say that the tariffs would make items or that they make items that would be affected by these tariffs. 77% of exporters felt that affected products would see revenue losses and that 35% saw revenues falling by at least half once the tariffs kick in. 78% say that the tariffs would make their products uncompetitive in the United States. And 75% of exporters say it would prompt efforts to reduce dependence on the U.S. market. Small business is really what they would like to see here. And I know it doesn't look like it's something that's likely now, but ideally they want the federal government to get back to the table with the White House and come to some sort of trade deal.
So we've heard from owners of some small businesses. What approach are they taking?
They're trying their best just to navigate this, but in the end, right now, it seems like honesty is the best policy. There's no way around it, and so they're trying in various ways that we will show you to work with their various U.S. customers. First example we can show you is Bernard Helen. He owns Mini Prints in Toronto. Mini Prints 3D prints and paints miniature plastic figurines. Plastic, we know that industry is one of the ones hardest hit by these various industries. So they're trying to be straight up with their U.S. customers in saying that, hey, this is going to cost us more, which means it's going to cost you more. What do you want to do about it? Here's what he told CBC.
In the last 24 hours, we have 55 orders in the pipeline that we're preparing to go out. Of those, I had to send a very uncomfortable, unfortunate email informing those 55 people that they have a choice to make, that we unfortunately are going to have to put a 50% tariff or tax in effect on those orders and ask them what they would like to do. Would they like us to cancel and refund their order, or are they willing to pay the additional 50%?
Unfortunately, Bernard says about 90% of respondents to those emails have decided to cancel their orders altogether, which is certainly going to hurt his business. Then there's John Overbeek. He's the president of Floral Express Wholesale, based in Woodstock, Ontario. They deal with flowers. They're distributors of flowers. He says, again, that cost has to be eaten up somewhere. His company and their partners are taking a different approach. Have a listen.
So we had a bit of a plan, and what we've done is, like I said, the flowers have to keep going. The trucks kept going. The orders kept coming. And what we've done is we're sharing the cost. So the growers will take a portion of the cost. We will take a portion of the cost, and we've also asked our U.S. customers to share a portion of the cost as well.
So those costs have to be paid by somebody, the consumer partly in this case, and then they plan on dispersing it elsewhere. But in the end, most of these businesses say this is just a temporary measure. If these tariffs go on a long time, it's really going to hurt them, and they're going to have to reevaluate how they do things and if they can keep doing things the way they're doing them.
Tough times for a lot of people, Mark. Thank you. CBC's Mark Carcasole.